G'day, it's J Thomas 1310. Thanks for joining me. Just going to touch on a few little hints and tips about how to actually do a motovlog. Not a parody as previous one, how to be a successful motovlogger. It is actually this common questions I have actually been asked and answered and read upon in many forums just to do with motorcycles and even motovlog forums. But a lot of people are getting into motovlogging at the moment. It has been for a good while, and then a lot I have noticed, and especially the ones that are asking the questions about how to motovlog are actually usually new riders. So they're starting the motovlogging. I don't know whether it's a bit of both or just one or the other that's sort of progressed them into getting in the bike and learning to ride, and then also to go out and capture it. But a big hint and tip is actually safety of motovlogging. So riding, as we all know, is quite a dangerous activity. We are putting ourselves at a fair bit of risk. In the event of an accident, you are going to end up pretty hurt. So, first steps is always, make sure you got the right gear. So, helmet that fits comfortably, gloves, any other protective clothing. Probably a bad thing to be mentioning when I'm just riding around in my work t-shirt, but it's something I do every now and then, be a bit of a squid and just wear the shirt. But I do have the gloves in case of an accident, so I can use my hand. But main thing with heading out to do the motovlogging, especially if you aren't an experienced rider, is the fact that it is very distracting. So you can easily waffle on, talking to yourself, in that being to the audience, and then something can happen, you won't pay attention, traffic stops up ahead and you haven't noticed it. So it's pretty much the same as being on the phone in sense to those things. You can actually be quite distracted. You might miss a light or something like that, so you need to be very cautious. A good thing if you are a new rider, even if you're experienced rider and want to take into motovlogging, you probably find that you don't talk to yourself. So it's a good idea to actually start sort of practicing talking to yourself if you're not already one of those people that likes to mutter shit to themselves. But it's... I just realised what that bloke was doing. He was hiding from me camera. Classic. Thought he was doing the nod first. He was, oh, don't film me. So when you are out and about, first off, probably just get used to the idea of even having the camera on your helmet. So there's a few different options to sort of get your camera set up, play around to the style of your helmet, also check your laws. It is actually illegal to have the camera fixed to your helmet here. I have sort of playing around with the fact with mine is that it's actually not attached. The law that they're trying to enforce is sticking things to your helmet or securing it to it by either drilling in or putting adhesive. They like to say the adhesive can affect the structural integrity of the helmet. Yes, that is hilarious. But mine is actually just strapped on, so it's little bit of fabric going through and then a little clip, much like your bag straps. So it's only very temporary, can remove quite easily, so there's nothing going to be fixated to it. So do take that into account. Make sure you have the right camera suitable for it. Make sure you got the mic, whether you're just going to use a camera and then record audio afterwards, or have a separate way of recording. You can always sync it up later. But if you just go like most do, just get a GoPro, something like that, you can get heaps of different mics and things. Just find something that's comfortable and suitable, and head out with it. So good idea, even if you're not motovlogging yet, is have the camera going. It is good to have the camera there for security purposes in the event of an accident, so you can actually show what your side of the story is. Or many motorcycle accidents, you can be hit and people will do a runner and take off. In that accident, you might actually get their rego number or something in the process, so that can be a great help for you. But yes, motovlogging is a big distraction while talking. I've waffled on for a good while and missed turns or didn't pay attention to a car stopping up ahead until quite late. So do take those notes into effect, practice talking to yourself, don't try and fixate on it, especially if you're a learner. You know, you don't want to be getting into waving the hands around. I mean, it's a natural reaction when talking. So that's where practicing, you know, making yourself aware of what you're doing first off before trying to get out content to people. And you know, I've sort of become that accustomed to doing motovlogs. I quite often just keep talking to myself anyway when I'm doing things, and it can be good practice for it in as well. You know, lets me figure out some ideas. I can have a bit of a bitch and a whinge about my day or something to myself, and then, you know, I think of topics that I could maybe talk about later. So that does help you in that sense, you know, when you're not learning. So it's a good tip all in all. But you know, other things, you know, if you're going to have other cameras, like I've got the GoPro Session attached to the bike. Look at that. So I've seen motovlogs out there also. They've just got the camera attached to the bike, and then they're talking to it from up here. So yeah, it just depends on what style you want to do, what sort of topics you want. But you know, it depends on how far you want to go. If you're motovlogging, you know, you can sort of try and stay trendy and keep up with the times. You know, it's a good way, you know, check out what other motovloggers are doing, get some inspiration. Try not to copy, you know, make it your own. Don't do it to get somewhere famous with motovlogging. Just do it for the fun of it. You know, I enjoy doing this, so it's, you know, I don't get many views. I expect it probably will never take off or anything like that. If it does, that'd be pretty cool. It's just more people to talk to about my passion for motorcycling and doing some vlogs. But the main thing is, when you do set up your camera, especially on your helmet, don't have it in places that's going to obscure view. You know, you just don't want to be putting yourself at any more risk than you already are. So it's a big thing to keep ourselves safe as it is. Don't go increasing the chances of it. It's just definitely not worth it to go out and do a vlog and just because of that you now lost your bike and you've got a broken leg or something like that. So do play it safe. That is the key topic. So if you're considering to do motovlogging, welcome aboard. It is a heck of a lot of fun. I hope you find a lot of enjoyment out of it. If you have any questions, or if anyone else there want to make suggestions as well, throw it in the comments below. So any newcomers coming along, or you know, existing ones as well, hey, let's share the knowledge and so we can all get out there and make some great content and while we enjoy doing what we do on our bikes. So guys, stay safe. If you're right out there, keep the rubber side down.